Good day, folks. It's Tommy Z with you, and I wanted to share a quick thought that I hope inspires you. It's about happiness. It's about growth. I think any sensible human being wants happiness. We want growth. The problem is we often confuse pleasure with happiness. We often confuse noise with signal. And I don't want to get all philosophical this early in the morning, but I do want to share a few things that I've learned in my journey. Now, you might ask yourself, why should I listen to a guy sitting on a tree stump? That's a good question. Unfortunately, I cannot answer it for you. I don't believe there is true happiness without character. Decide who you want to become, because it is possible for you to forge your character. You cannot be a happy person unless you have actually consciously crafted the kind of person that you are. If you're a person of accident, of circumstance, of whatever happens to you, I don't think true happiness is possible. You may experience short bouts of pleasure, but those never last, and they usually have a hangover, just like eating a lot of sugar. So true happiness really depends on building our character. We have to do this. And so much of building our character has to do with the surroundings we choose to immerse ourselves in. Because think of it this way, your senses pick up everything. Your senses transmit messages to our brain, our mind, and our soul. They get embedded in us. We soak up these signals. We simmer in these signals. And so whatever signals we expose ourselves to will actually determine who we are, what our substance is as human beings. The lesson, folks, is you are what you eat, and you must choose your food consciously. Surround yourself with the kind of people you want to become. Read books written by people who are admirable. They don't just say pretty words. They don't just, a lot of people talk, right? A lot of people can say pretty words, but look at their life. Look at the fruit of their life. Do they stand with action for what they believe? And if so, read books by them. Reading books is like having conversations with people. It's unbelievable that you can talk to anybody in history by reading their book or a book written about them. So all I want to leave you with, folks, is if you want to become a person of substance, and I'm not saying I'm a person of substance, but I'm certainly saying that I'd like to become one, take time to sit on a tree stump on any given weekday morning. You might say, that's ridiculous, I gotta work. But I say to you, what kind of work are you going to do if you don't sit on a tree stump on a weekday morning? Your work is going to be like everybody else's who logs into their devices and starts being productive, quote unquote. I say to you, sit on a tree stump on any weekday morning, and I will put my money on you that you will bring something fresh and more profound to the table than somebody who gets lost in a sea of screens first thing in the morning. Second outtake from this video is you can't change who you are as a person. And you should always be a little bit unhappy with yourself so that there's a kind of a push to better yourself. After all, as long as we have time, we can get better. And we cannot get happier unless we get better. True happiness comes from actually growing, from growth, from building a character, and not from being a person of accident or circumstance. Choose your surroundings carefully. Better be surrounded by trees who are silent than a bunch of noisy people who might influence you in a negative way, because you will adopt this noise and this bullshit mentality if you continue hanging out with people like this, or if you continue being part of the noise. I'm wishing you all the best on your journey. I hope this video brought a little bit of sunshine and bird song to your day, and I'd hope it leaves you with something to think about. If you enjoyed this video, I think you should watch this one next.